Hi, we're Sister Sledge, and you're watching Mariners TV.
Lee, another fantastic win away from home at Nantwich today. Can you just sum up your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, just absolutely delighted. You know, I thought there was so many positives to take from tonight. One, it's never easy to come to Nantwich full stop. Two, to come here on a Tuesday night when the lads are having to leave work at, really early in the afternoon. We've got a 3.5 hour bus ride to get here, and then we've made a number of changes, both tactically and personnel wise tonight. We just feel like we've got so much belief in this squad, and one or two things have been enforced on us, but then there's been other decisions that we've made that have been of our own choice. And I think a lot of players really stood up well tonight and gave fantastic accounts of themselves, and I thought we deserved to win the game 100%, and a fantastic goal to win it as well.
A change of shape tonight as well. How pleased were you with the way the lads adapted to that, and can you talk about the thinking behind it as well?
Yeah, massively. We actually gave the lads two shapes in mind tonight, based on, we don't often do this, but we actually set up based on what we thought they were going to set up, and just had the mindset of, come on, we'll match up, we'll go toe to toe, and like I say, I thought the lads did fantastically well tonight. Again, we've been hit by another couple of blows. Dylan Morse having to go off, and then Gary Brown as well, which is far from ideal. But again, we've shown the quality and depth of our squad, and one or two players having to play slightly out of position at times, but all stood up to that test remarkably well. And it's massively pleasing to get a clean sheet again as well. We were racking up clean sheet after clean sheet earlier in the season, and it's a fantastic feeling to especially come somewhere like this with the quality of their side and stand up to that test and have a 0 against their name at the end of the 90 minutes.
You made 5 changes to the team tonight. 1 or 2 of them were enforced, as you mentioned before, but how difficult was that selection for you today as well?
Yeah, look, it's always difficult for us because we've got such a great group of lads and players. We just felt that we had a really tough game on Saturday. Bamber Bridge was a really tough test for us, and we felt we needed to come here and have a real injection of energy, and so and I think putting maybe 4 or 5 lads into the starting 11 tonight, that maybe had a little bit of a point to prove, which I think is always a valuable thing. We try and get that message across to the players constantly, that no matter who you are, what you've done, you should always have a point to prove. When you play football, and but obviously there was some lads who start tonight who haven't started for a little while, and they really stood up to the test and stepped up to the mark tonight.
Barleyman, we got the winner. You mentioned him before. How pleased were you with not just his goal but his whole contribution today?
Yeah, I mean he's so exciting to watch. If we turn the clock back, I certainly wouldn't want to defend against him 1v1. That's for sure. The way he's landed on the ball and taken a couple of players out of the game and so quickly got his shot off for the goal. It was just a high quality goal, but like you say, his overall contribution, especially with the ball, was fantastic tonight. There's been 3 or 4 late tackles put on him in that second half because they and again I can understand why, because that was just about the only way you could stop him at times tonight. So we're delighted to have him with us. I think he's really enjoyed that game of football tonight. It's something a little bit different for him at this stage in his career, and so we move on to Saturday now with a lot of confidence and a lot of optimism.
You mentioned that a lot of players had a point of proof tonight. Did the team overall have a point of proof, considering what happened in the home game against Nantwich as well? Did that sort of play a part tonight?
Yeah, it is. I still stand by our reflections after the Nantwich game at home, and that was that It was never ever a 4-1 game. Never ever a 4-1 game. At 1-1, you know, we were massively on top for a period, and then we, you know, fair play to them. They've set up to counter-attack, and they've counter-attacked us and done it really well. You know, I don't get carried away by, you know, looking back at, you know, do we owe them one? Do we not? It's just great to come here and get 3 points. We've got, as you know, 10 games to go now, and we're in a really good position. But we cannot take our eye off the ball for 1 second. Football's got a horrible habit of tripping you up when you know, when you least expect, or the minute that you think you've got something cracked. So we've got to go back into work tomorrow, and we've got to, you know, get our heads down, come up with a real good plan ahead of Saturday, work hard, and you know, assess the lads that have been struggling with injuries, and then regroup, and you know, we're really looking forward to having a massive crowd at Mariners Park on Saturday.
Looking ahead to that game against FC United, obviously another team right up there with us in the league. We haven't won at home for quite a while.
Yeah.
Is that something that's going to be a big motivation for you on Saturday going into that game?
Yeah, I think everybody, you know, I've mentioned it before, so I don't need to, you know, keep going on about it. The lads themselves know that we need to up our performance levels at home. Look, we've had an unbelievable home record over the past, you know, 2-3 years, and it's difficult to maintain that, you know, especially the higher up you go. But we are overdue, you know, a really good performance at home, and we all want to really do it for the fans, because, you know, we don't need. You know what? We know, you know, at times there'll be criticism comes our way. That's just part and parcel of what you do. But nobody's more critical of what we do than ourselves. I think people need to know that. They need to know that me and Graham always look at ourselves first. The lads are a really honest bunch. They don't try and kid themselves or each other when something's not right. So yeah, we'll get together ahead of Saturday, and we'll give it everything that we've got.
Just finding in terms of injuries, very early days with the 3 injuries tonight, but Darius Asai missed out tonight as well. Do you think any of those 4 have a realistic chance of making it on Saturday, do you think?
Blair might hopefully be okay. Not so sure about Gary. Gary's, you know, got an issue with his back. Dylan's felt something in his groin, which is not great. So look, we'll see. We'll see how things progress over the next 48 hours. But whatever side we put out on Saturday, we've got a great spirit, we've got great quality, and we'll be ready for Saturday.